Welcome to our channel, where we explore intriguing topics through engaging stories while helping you learn English. Today, we're diving into a subject that has puzzled many. Why do men cheat? Before we embark on this journey, let's clarify some vocabulary that will be essential for our discussion. Understanding these words will not only enhance your English skills, but will also deepen your comprehension of the story. First, let's define a few key terms. The word infidelity refers to the act of being unfaithful in a romantic relationship, often associated with cheating. Commitment is the state of being dedicated to a cause or relationship, while trust is the firm belief in the reliability, truth, or ability of someone. Lastly, communication is the act of exchanging information, thoughts, or feelings. These words will reappear as we explore the narrative of our story. Now, let's dive into the tale. Imagine a man named David. David is in his early 30s, married to a wonderful woman named Sarah. They have been together for over 5 years, and on the surface, their life appears idyllic. They have a cozy home, a shared circle of friends, and even a playful golden retriever named Max. However, beneath this veneer of happiness, David struggles with feelings of dissatisfaction. David often finds himself caught in a whirlwind of emotions. He loves Sarah deeply, yet he feels a void that he cannot quite articulate. This feeling of emptiness stems from a lack of communication between them. They have fallen into a routine where the rarity of conversations revolve around daily chores, work, and social obligations, leaving little room for deeper emotional connection. David misses the thrill of romantic conversations, the spark that once ignited their relationship. One day, while at work, David encounters a new colleague named Lisa. Lisa is vibrant, full of life, and exudes an energy that captivates him. They start chatting during lunch breaks, and David finds himself looking forward to these moments. Lisa listens to him in a way that makes him feel valued and understood. Their conversations flow effortlessly, and David begins to feel a connection that he hasn't experienced in a long time. As days turn into weeks, David finds himself increasingly drawn to Lisa. He knows he should draw a line, but he rationalizes his feelings. He tells himself that it's harmless to enjoy the attention and the excitement of a new friendship. However, this friendship begins to blur the lines of commitment he once held dear. David is faced with a dilemma. He loves Sarah, yet he craves the emotional intimacy he finds with Lisa. This is where the concept of infidelity comes into play. David's emotional affair with Lisa doesn't involve physical intimacy at first, but it does lead him down a slippery slope. He begins to confide in Lisa about his feelings of discontent in his marriage, sharing thoughts he has never voiced to Sarah. This breach of trust, though seemingly innocuous, sets the stage for further complications. David's internal conflict intensifies as he grapples with guilt and desire. He knows that he should be honest with Sarah, but the fear of hurting her and the potential fallout keeps him silent. Instead, he continues to nurture this emotional bond with Lisa, seeking solace in her understanding. This is a common pattern. Many men cheat not just for physical reasons, but because they seek emotional fulfillment that they feel is lacking in their primary relationship. As David spends more time with Lisa, he starts to neglect his relationship with Sarah. He misses dinner dates, forgets to call when he's running late, and becomes distant. Sarah, sensing the change, tries to reach out to him. She asks if everything is okay, but David brushes her off, not wanting to admit his struggles. The lack of communication creates a chasm between them, deepening David's feelings of isolation. One evening, Sarah surprises David with a romantic dinner at home. She has gone out of her way to create a beautiful atmosphere, hoping to rekindle their connection. However, David's mind is elsewhere. He finds himself distracted, thinking about his conversations with Lisa and the emotional high they provide. Sarah notices his disinterest and feels a wave of sadness wash over her. She doesn't understand why David seems so distant, and this only compounds her feelings of insecurity. In this moment, we see a crucial turning point. The story illustrates how a lack of communication can lead to misunderstandings and emotional distance. Sarah deserves to know what David is feeling, yet he remains trapped in his own fears. This is a common scenario. Many relationships falter when partners fail to communicate their needs and desires. As the weeks pass, David's relationship with Lisa escalates. They share intimate conversations that fill the void he feels at home. He finds himself laughing more, feeling more alive, but he is also aware of the growing danger. He knows he is crossing a line, yet the thrill of this new connection is intoxicating. It's a classic case of wanting what one cannot have, and the excitement of the forbidden becomes a powerful lure. Eventually, the inevitable happens. One night, after a few too many drinks, David and Lisa share a kiss. In that moment, everything shifts. David feels a rush of exhilaration mixed with an overwhelming sense of dread. He has crossed the line from emotional to physical infidelity, and the weight of his actions begins to sink in. The reality of what he has done hits him hard, and he finds himself at a crossroads. David is now faced with the consequences of his choices. He must confront the reality that he has betrayed Sarah's trust. The emotional turmoil he experiences is profound. He loves Sarah, yet he is entangled in a situation that threatens to unravel everything he holds dear. This inner conflict is a pivotal moment in the narrative, showcasing the complexity of human emotions and relationships. As David reflects on his actions, he realizes that the thrill of cheating was never worth the pain it causes. He understands that infidelity often stems from unmet needs, but it also leads to destruction. He recognizes that he must make a choice, to continue down this path of deceit or to confront the truth and seek redemption. In a moment of clarity, David decides to come clean to Sarah. He knows it will hurt her, but he understands that honesty is the only way to rebuild what has been broken. He sits down with her, takes a deep breath, and opens up about his feelings, his struggles, and his infidelity. The conversation is painful, filled with tears and heartache, but it is also a necessary step toward healing. Sarah is devastated, but she appreciates David's honesty. This moment becomes a turning point for both of them. They realize that their relationship needs work, and they must communicate openly about their feelings and desires moving forward. It's a long road ahead, but they are both committed to rebuilding their trust. As we conclude this story, we reflect on the key themes that emerge: the importance of communication, the dangers of emotional neglect, and the complexity of human relationships. Cheating often stems from unmet emotional needs, but it can also lead to profound consequences and heartache. Now, as you think about the lessons learned from David and Sarah's story, we invite you to engage with us further. If you found this story insightful, please consider subscribing to our channel for more engaging content that explores human relationships and emotional intelligence. Don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends so we can continue to learn and grow together. Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.